Hello and welcome to Peteman Reviews. To begin with, we've got the Generation 1 version of Transformers Soundwave. This is the commemorative 25th anniversary release, and as such, it comes with a slightly larger cassette deck. So when you open it, as you can see, we can fit two cassettes in. In this particular case, we have both Rat-Bat and Ravage, or Ravage even. So, leaving the cassettes in there for the moment, let's have a look at Soundwave himself. As you can see, in cassette mode, he comes exactly as you would expect from the Generation 1 version. I do like the fact that the eject actually works, so you press the button and it comes out. The control here for the volume, it does move up and down, obviously it doesn't do anything, and even the on-off button also works as well, see, so you can do on and off. Which are nice touches, which are sadly lacking on some later versions of cassettes, such as Blaster, for example. What's also quite neat on the transformation here is the battery pack is actually Soundwave's weapons, which is a nice way of storing them. It's just a bit of a shame you can't store the rest of the weapon in there. So let's transform him. Obviously, Soundwave himself is, being a Generation 1 character and being one of the original Diaclones, is quite a good transformation with quite a good level of articulation. So to begin with, these parts come down here and they form his legs, with the foot coming out like that. You then just repeat the option on the other side again with the foot coming out. Now as for the arms, they flip open like that with his hands. That comes down and his hand come out, and then we just do the same on that side, and out come the hands. And then the head flips up and rotates. And there you have it, Soundwave. Now with these particular weapons here, so if you look at the ends, this will help you differentiate between them. So this one with the ends here is his rocket pack, which traditionally sits on there, and this one you have another item. This is the rocket launcher. It does have a little button on there. You press it. It doesn't really do anything. It makes it easier to come out, but it doesn't actually launch it. Now, I'll just zoom in a bit on here. With Soundwave, zoom out a little bit. You can see he does have good articulation in his arms, both up and down. And while his legs move that way, not really sure that you would have knees that move like that normally, so they're a bit limited with that articulation. But his arms are quite good, and obviously his head does move as well. So, Soundwave is of course one of the key characters in Transformers mythology. He is portrayed as both the communications officer of the Decepticons and also a second in command to Megatron. Within both the comics and the TV series, this is acknowledged many times over. Indeed, it's only in the movies, particularly the Michael Bay movies, that Soundwave's role is somewhat limited. Though still portrayed as being the communications officer, he's no longer as obviously the second in command of the Decepticons. Maybe a little bit more in Dark of the Moon, but still less so than is normally apparent. Soundwave does survive the events of the first Transformers movie and plays a very minor role thereon. As for the actual toy, as we can see if we zoom back out, it's quite a nice size. He does have extremely good posability, as we can see. Now, if we place him next to his nemesis, Blaster, it kind of loses something. I mean, Soundwave is an infinitely better toy than Blaster, but the size comparison truly is lost. And that's a bit of a shame, really, because otherwise Soundwave works very well. He is a good height. If we place him next to the third-party robot, Mania King, who I'm sure you realise looks very similar to Galvatron, that is a good scale to me. That fits in very well there. Soundwave is about the right sort of height. It's just Blaster that's disproportionately big and chunky and squarish. Soundwave does have quite good sculpting. Again, if we zoom in, as you can see, that is very good sculpting there, to the point, I'm going to have to move the model, it even has the writing on there for what the different buttons do. That's very good sculpting on those parts, and obviously this is the re-release version, so I don't know what changes were made, but there is not one block. You know, there's even a number counter and things for the tapes. So Soundwave is a very good sculpted model. It's very solid and very sturdy. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please leave any comments below, and please click on the links to the other videos, and we'll come back with the next issue. Thank you very much.